And I was muted. That was such a dramatic yeah, anyways. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hello, hi. Let me actually run the disclaimer so I don't forget, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Apparently, we have some things that we should discuss, but before we get into any of that, if you are brand new to my channel, welcome. My name is Erin Bees. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran. I'm studying to become a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms, minus Instagram currently, to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their rep. Welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I hope you're having a great day. In case you have not heard, my Instagram was mass reported and taken down yesterday. I know. It's crazy, right? So I need a little bit of help. If you are interested, if you feel comfortable and would like to report it, I know DC and Tish and Charlene and Lushy and a whole bunch of people have rallied to help. And it's not just me, it's also Julie Anderson. So please, if you feel comfortable and you would like to report to Instagram that is incorrect and my account should not be taken down. It said something about being inauthentic or something like that, and my face is on all of my reels and such, so I don't understand that. So it probably would be easier to go to DC's channel. Yeah, mass reporting to get it back up. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Eloise. It'd probably be easier to go to DC's channel or her Instagram and look for a post that I'm tagged in. And then from there, you can click on my profile. If you have an iPhone and you have the setting where you can shake your phone, it has to be kind of aggressive. You'll get like a little chat prompt, if you will, where you can report that, hey, I am an anti-MLM creator. I educate people on scams, pyramid schemes, and it's all about consumer awareness so that people don't fall victim to these things. That you can say something along those lines, and that you think that my Instagram account should be reinstated. That would be incredible. And for those of you that have already done that, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. In the grand scheme of things, let's just be real. It's social media and it's not that serious. However, there was a lot of work put into that profile. So it would be nice to have it back so I can resume putting out content and educating people on Instagram. If I have to rebuild, we will rebuild, and that's okay. So appreciate the help. You guys are amazing. Oh, Julie Joe has a good story explaining how to. That's awesome. Yeah, appreciate everybody. You guys are incredible. And also, I wasn't sure about this, but apparently you can shake your Android tablet, or I don't know if it's Android phones as well, but that's cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, starts buying bricks for rebuilding. No idea who's behind it. Although, if I had to guess, if it was Julie Anderson and myself that were targeted in this, I would venture to say that uh, somebody in paid per letter or somebody in Transact that's now Finmore. That would be my guess. Yeah. But who knows? I'm sure we'll find out at some point. And will I do a video on it? Yeah. Yes, I will. Anyways, today we have something very interesting. I've been doing this MLM introduction series, introducing people that are a part of multi-level marketing that I feel like we need to put a face to the name. This is somebody, his name is Rob DeBoer. He is in Pruvit, and just like the video description says, allegedly he's the one that named Pruvit. He is close to Brian Underwood, who is the CEO of Pruvit. He may even be in this chat. So Rob, if you're watching, what's up? And also shout out to your girlfriend Danielle as well. And he sent me a nice little voice message this morning that we're going to listen to as well, which I can't wait to share with you guys. But in the meantime, I do want to react to a video that him and Danielle put out, and it mentioned something about network marketing and how I don't even remember what the description said. This was sent to me, so shout out to the individual that sent it my way. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't remember what it was titled. Something about network marketing, and I have watched the majority of it, and it's something like, these are the things that you should do. This is what you should know about it. That kind of a video. So that's what we're gonna watch today. Yeah, voice messages. Weird. This is such a good point. The movement is having an impact if they have to try and silence us. It's very Scientology of them. Yeah, very fair gaming of them. Somebody commented that on my Facebook, which for now, if you guys want to connect with me outside of YouTube, you can follow me on Facebook. It's under my name, Erin Bees. You can follow me on TikTok, Beast Mode LV on TikTok. And yeah, I'm on X, aka Twitter, but I don't do a whole lot on there. So those are probably the two best bets. That's where I'm going to be putting information out. TikTok, I think, is probably the easiest. So if you have that, cool. And if not, follow me on Facebook, and I'll make sure that I fill you guys in on what's going on and all of that good stuff. So yeah, very fair game. Yeah. Our truth. Oh, this is the title. Our truth about MLM, network marketing, direct sales, etc., and the best tip we can give. Okay. By the way, in that voice message, he told me to call him that guy. I'm not kidding. So anyways, yeah, Twitter is a cesspool. I agree. All right. So everybody, let me introduce you to, in case you don't know who this person is. This is Rob DeBoer and his girlfriend, Danielle. And let me find the right. Ooh, that's not right. Okay. And they allegedly do body recomp coaching. And I'm not really sure if either of them are certified as a personal trainer or anything like that. I'm not sure. I was not able to find any information. Other people have not been able to find information. I think his website is just a funnel to try and sell people ketones. And I think that's why it has the ketone disclaimer. Yeah, not ketone. Yeah, the ketone disclaimer, the FDA disclaimer at the bottom, along with it says Pruvit something or other at the bottom of his website. So I find that really interesting. Anyways, let's get into the video. This is only like 21 minutes. And I think that they have another video that they put out that we may watch as well, depending on time frame. So if you have not already liked the video, if you would do that, that would be amazing. Make sure that you're subscribed so you can get in here in the chat. So, it's a good time in the live chat. And let's get this thing going.
I mean, it's a home studio.
Do we have to talk quiet?
No. Nope, not today, sir. Do you want to come over a little bit? Maybe move back a little bit? Move your chair back. Yeah.
There's protein powder in the way.
Oh.
Speaking of certified, who was I speaking with today? Probably Charlene and Lushy. And when I don't remember, I was speaking with somebody today, and I said, if somebody is certified and they have the education and the credentials to speak on a certain topic, they're going to put that in their bio. For example, when I get certified as a personal trainer through ACE, you better believe that's going to be in my bio everywhere because it's important. It shows that you're a professional. It shows that you know what you're talking about. And if you are looking to work with somebody in the health and wellness space and you ask them what their credentials are and they get upset, or maybe they don't have them in their bio, I'm not saying that they weren't once a personal trainer or something along those lines, but are they maintaining the credentials? Are they getting their continuing education credits? I don't know. Frankly, I think that people should work with professionals that are certified and have those credentials. So if you are looking to work with somebody and they get a little weird about you asking who they're certified through or any of those things about their credentials, maybe don't work with them. Just my opinion. Obviously, do what you want to do, of course, but just FYI. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Ooh. The reality. Here we are.
Yo, we have like 19 tubs of protein sitting here in the kitchen.
All my clients said today, they're like, oh, look at all the protein.
Clients.
I said, that's the closed tubs. You should see.
Now, the clients that you're referring to, Danielle, What kind of clients are they? What kind of a coach are you? Are you certified through anybody, or are you calling the people that you sell multi-level marketing products to your clients? Because that's kind of deceptive.
What we have opened. All right, guys. Hello. My name is Danielle Melanie with
Coach Rob.
Coach Rob. We are coming to you live from our kitchen. It is Thursday night. We're excited to be on here with you outside of our normal
There's my sister.
morning lives, our morning shake-ups. We get up, we shake up our favorite supplements, we get started for our day, and we just kind of talk shenanigans with you with a little bit of fitness and all the things. But tonight, we just wanted to talk about our experience with MLMs. And for those of you that don't know what that means, that's multi-level marketing.
Network marketing, direct sales, pyramid marketing.
Pyramid marketing. Rob, okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
Home businesses, side hustles,
Where the guy on the top makes all
Online.
the money.
which
That's called a pyramid scheme, Rob. What you're referring to is a pyramid scheme. Wow. Also, you might find it interesting, during this live after to check out some of I have to put this perfume on that Lynn got me. Lynn, thank you. Anyways, you might find it interesting to check out some of the resources that I have put, some of the sources for this video in the video description, because Rob was apparently sued by the FTC, and I believe he had to pay a fine of like $150,000 or something along those lines for operating a pyramid scheme called Burn Lounge. So that's interesting.
don't let me forget that part.
Okay. Well,
If you can, or you guys remind me. As you guys are popping on, go ahead and say hello. Maybe put a little
hey, there's
smile.
Candace. There's my buddy Reed Brecky.
Hi.
Hey, Kim.
Hello.
Kim in Kentucky. Jeff Shiro. Guys, we'll jump right in. We've got Instagram, and Facebook going.
In case you didn't want to watch us.
We're going to force you. No, I told Danielle, I was like, we should go live. Like, I've made a career of this industry.
Mm-hmm.
When I say industry, MLM, network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing, call it whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Pyramid marketing, pyramid schemes. You've made a career of that, Rob. According to your own words. I love that for us.
We're not offended. A lot of people will say one of those deals. Like, have you ever spoken to someone?
You doing one of those things?
Yeah. One of those things, or
Kind of like Danielle, you're doing one of those things that I think is called Bella Grace that you and Rob were in Mexico for. That's interesting. Bella Grace.
you might have a conversation and someone's like, well, if it's MLM, my wife would never do that. Or if it's MLM, my husband would never do that. Like, that's
Good.
just the summary. And that's the hard truth and reality. Like, a lot of people don't. But it's a very valid business model that we've grown to love. And talking to several people over the
And why have you grown to love it? Because you're at the top of the pyramid, Rob? Is that why?
last several months, more specifically the last several days, I wanted to come on and talk about our hard truth, which is, at the end of the day, I want you to think of who's the greatest athlete, who's the greatest architect, who's the
Wait. Are we jumping into a false equivalence fallacy? Is that what's happening?
greatest musician, who's the greatest artist. One common denominator is how hard they work.
Yeah.
Like, what people don't realize is that there isn't, I think in this industry, a lot of people that have made a career in this industry, they've been in this industry for 1 or 2 or 10 companies, and they
One moment, I have to parent.
I know what I want to be when I grow up.
What do you want to be when
Fire rescue.
you want to be fire rescue when you grow up? I don't know if you guys can
I
hear
know
that.
how to use a tourniquet.
You know how to use a tourniquet now. Great.
Can I go get one so I can?
No, we can't go get one so you can practice.
Yes. Please.
I'll talk to you when I'm done with this live. Don't you have some coding videos to watch or something?
No.
Don't you? Shouldn't you be working on your coding project that everybody was
I
supporting you? Okay. I'll talk to you when I'm done, okay?
I just don't know how to get it on.
Okay.
If there's any viewers that know how to do it, I'd like to know.
Which program to use?
Well, how I could run it, because I could make it, but I don't know how to run it.
Okay.
But can we go get a tourniquet, please?
No, we're not going to get a tourniquet.
No, not now.
I'll talk to you when I'm done. Okay. He walked out of the room like twerking. What is happening? Mom, can we go get a tourniquet? That's not something you hear every day.
Bounced around. I'm with the same company for the last 8 years, very loyal to the company. The reality is, prior to that, I was with, traditional.
This is also allegedly the person that made the keto reboot, which is a 60-hour fast, even though when you're in Pruvit, they don't want you calling it a fast, even though that's essentially what it is. You're only taking in bone broth and ketones and electrolytes in those 60 hours. So apparently this is the person that created that. The funny part about this is I remember being at a Pruvit event and I've had conversations with him, but according to his voicemail, I don't necessarily think he remembers that, which is fine because that's been years. But I find it really, really interesting. And I'm going to play the voicemail at the end. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Also, Rob, thanks for sending it my way.
Business. At the end of the day,
You were with other network.
I was with other network
Okay.
marketing
Just in case
companies.
somebody's watching this and like you're a liar.
I've been with a company called Advocare, a company called Burn Lounge, a company called...
Yeah, Burn Lounge was a pyramid scheme. And you can check the resources in the video description. And Advocare got rid of their MLM program. And there were so many lawsuits involved with Advocare and different MLM companies. You can also Google that. Tourniquet fund. Stop it, DC. Thank you so much. Y'all are wild. Thank you. I appreciate it. But anyways, Burn Lounge was a pyramid scheme, according to the sources. I don't need to talk to Rob, even though he seems to think so, to find out that that's the case, because public record is a thing. And Advocare, lots of lawsuits. So I don't think that this is the flex that he wants it to be. It's almost like he's trying to say, oh, well, we've been a part of other multi-level marketing companies, so that makes us the authority on the topic. And also, let's go back to him saying they're the hardest workers when he was talking about athletes and different examples using a false equivalence fallacy. People in MLM, I will actually agree with him that people in MLM work crazy hard, but they're working against a failing business model. And just like Rob said at the beginning of this, the people at the top of the pyramid are the ones that make all the money. How do we know this? Let's take Pruvit for an example, which I have provided the income disclosure statement in the video description as well. Their own income disclosure statement shows that from the numbers that I'm sure were pulled in the back office by corporate, which I know Jade's watching probably. Jade, I hope you're having a great day. Anyways, Jade works at the corporate office. She likes to watch my videos, and police, essentially, who's commenting in the video. So just be aware if you're a part of Pruvit, don't comment publicly. If you would like to reach out and have a conversation with me confidentially, you can reach out on Facebook. I'm very easy to find, but don't comment publicly because Jade is watching. Corporate office is watching. Love that for us. And also, if you're in Pruvit and you would like to get out, all you have to do is email support@pruvithq.com from the email associated with your account, and you can cancel your account. You'll probably get an email from Jade. She's going to say something like, you can't join another MLM company for 6 months. Just get out of MLM. It's not worth it. Why? Because over 99% of people lose money or don't make any at all. According to the Federal Trade Commission that sued Rob here for being a part of a pyramid scheme. See how that full circle? Yeah, crazy.
C-Prime, like 4 or 5 different companies. And the moral of the story is, could you please tell your people not to call?
Yeah, sorry.
Seriously.
Can't answer.
The moral of the story is, a lot of people are looking for the next best thing.
Yeah.
But here's the reality.
It's almost like a diet.
Yeah.
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 Like,
They all work. Like, companies with crummy products work. Like, all diets will work if you create a caloric deficit. Now, some are better than others. That's a great analogy.
I don't
We
even
could
know
run
how
with
I
that.
come up with that.
Good for you.
Run
High
with
five,
that.
Danielle. Yo, we're silly.
no. Well, I don't know who that is or why they keep calling, but sorry. Sorry, countdown's on right now.
Can you please put your phone on?
No.
Do
Now
not
it's
disturb.
paused due to poor connection.
Don't worry about it. Keep going. You're on a roll. All diets work, but when you stop doing what works, it stops working. I actually seen that in my business before. Like when you're doing really, really well and you get really comfortable and you're like, I got this. I'm making X amount of dollars. I'm making more than I ever thought. I'm just gonna.
But that's not the case, Danielle, with multi-level marketing companies. Pruvit, for example. I don't think Bella Grace has an income disclosure statement yet because they're a pretty relatively new company. Maybe that will be coming in the future. I'm not really sure. But see, she's making these claims like these people make a ton of money, and that's just not the case. And we can use the facts and data from the Federal Trade Commission. We can use the facts and data that comes directly from Pruvit. Shout out to Jade. Maybe you have something to do with that. I don't know. Anyways, we can use the information that comes directly from Pruvit to show that what she's saying is incorrect. And a lot of the, I'm going to say all of the income disclosure statements are typically before expenses, meaning before they order any products, before they pay to go to any kind of event or any supplies that they need, like Pruvit mails out, or they encourage their people to order the products and then sell trials. That takes supplies. And so it's like under $11 according to their income disclosure statement that people make on average, or the median. I should just pull it up. Hold on. Let me just pull it up just to be exact on what I'm saying. Okay. So according to their 2022 income disclosure statement, a promoter is defined as having paid the $49 annual promoter fee at some point from January 22nd through December 2022. January 2022 through December 2022. Why am I mentioning that? You'll see why in a second. The average income for a promoter in 2022 was $2,392.51. We know how averages work. And the median annual income, the midline for all promoters in 2022 was $10.59. So the midline, the median people that joined Pruvit in 2022, if they bought any products and they paid their $49 annual promoter fee, they are starting out in the hole because the median income, according to Pruvit, was $10.59 for the year. And that is before any kind of expenses, before purchasing products and the other examples that I gave. So her saying, you're making a bunch of extra money. Are you though? And if you're in an MLM, if you're in Pruvit and you're watching this and you're thinking, I don't know that I agree with it. That's okay. Do a profit and loss statement. Compare what you have spent versus what you have earned and really get into the details of that. And do the math for yourself.
Post and go do something else.
You know what? We're going to turn this into a training in and of itself.
Training.
Because our biggest passion, at least my biggest passion, is coaching people with health, fitness, nutrition, and mindset. Hers is probably more mindset, not as much health, fitness, nutrition.
Hey.
Mindset in multi-level marketing companies is nothing more than trying to control people's minds, trying to control their behavior. In my opinion, it's a cult tactic so that people are doing what they want them to do and are spending time and money and resources on the things that their upline wants them to do so that they can continue to fund their upline's lifestyle.
Yeah, don't come to me for so much nutritional
Well,
accountability.
Am I wrong?
Well, my clients, I give them nutritional advice.
No, you're great. But what?
I mean, you give them nutritional advice? That's interesting. And what makes you qualified to do that, Danielle, in Canada? What is it that makes you qualified to do that?
What you're most passionate about is helping specifically women,
Overcoming.
also overcome
Yes.
obstacles, life circumstances, negative thoughts, empowering their words, all of these different things. And the reason this is such a great analogy, I'm so glad you brought it up. Y'all, we're not scripted on anything, by the way.
Yeah, we know.
But one of the things we coach and kind of teach, and we're so serious, we call it preach, is the only diet that works is the one you'll do. So true when it comes to this industry. There are certain things you have to believe in. You have to believe in the
product.
leadership. You have to believe in the product. You have to believe in the industry at some level. Like, you have to believe this can really happen.
Do you know what I've seen?
Tell me.
What does that belief lead people to? Believing in something doesn't necessarily mean you are closer to achieving whatever it is that you're chasing. That's just a manipulation tactic, in my opinion. Why am I saying that? Because take this example of what he has just said and apply it to anything other than multi-level marketing, any job or any other industry or anything like that, and apply it. Would you have mindset training in your traditional job, whatever you do for income? Would you have mindset training? No. Imagine getting a job at a bank, because they like to use, anyways, imagine getting a job at a bank, and part of your onboarding, using MLM terms, part of your onboarding, your orientation, if you will, is, oh, okay, we need you to go through this mindset training. What are mindset for what? That would be a giant red flag. Mindset training? Why do I have to go through mindset training? But that is kind of the standard with MLM. A lot of their trainings are typically around mindset and getting, don't listen to the haters and don't listen to the naysayers. And, right when you're the most frustrated is when you're going to have the biggest breakthrough, and cliche terms like that, because it controls people from leaving. Because people that are super frustrated and that are not making any income, and they're starting to see that, that they're spending way more than what they're making, if anything at all, are starting to question getting out of multi-level marketing. Well, in comes whatever mindset training, whether it's a Zoom, an in-person event, a corporate event, a coaching call with their upline. And here we're back into that mindset training to manipulate them to stay longer. That's what that is.
In this industry too, I've actually seen people join businesses and not even use the products. Like, I've actually seen them try to, like, oh, if I get in first, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to make a ton of money, and they don't even believe in the product.
Yeah, I think
they don't last.
I think the message is you have to find where you feel at home. And the reason we say the only diet that works is the one you'll do, because it's all about sustainability. Like, I can show you any diet that'll work, but will you continue to work that diet 3 years?
I do agree with the sustainability aspect of what he is saying. I will say that. I'm not saying everything that he is saying is correct, but the diet or the way of eating that you're going to follow and you're going to implement every day, and it not feel necessarily like a chore, is the one that you are going to continue to do. And if that is wrapped around including all kinds of foods and a calorie deficit, in my unprofessional opinion, I will be credentialed soon, don't worry. If it's a calorie deficit, for a lot of people, that will work. For other people, other interventions need to happen. And those interventions should not come from a multi-level marketing company that hides behind a proprietary blend.
Years from now? Will it continue to yield results 3 years from now? And I think that's so important in this space.
So true.
You have to love the people you're working with. You have to trust the people you're working with. You have to love the product you're using. You have to trust the product you're using.
But I think the company you don't like, same as doing a diet that you don't like, you'll quit.
Yeah,
except it's not the same thing. Comparing diet to an MLM company are two very different things. Very different. That's unreal.
just eventually you're going to be unequally yoked. Sooner or later, it's not going to work, and then you're going to go back to whatever it is you do. Metaphorically speaking, using a diet as an analogy. The other thing I've found is, and the reason I say this is, one of my friends is the CEO of a really big company called Lavelle. His name's Jason Camper.
It's a multi-level marketing company.
Another one of my friends is the master distributor, top income earner of a company called Pure.
Another MLM company, master distributor. That person probably got in early when that company was started.
His name's Jared Burnett. Another one of my friends is couple of my friends are top earners. John Barber, Dr. Mark Lucky. Like, I know a lot of people in a lot.
this is just my opinion, what I'm about to say, but he's listing all these names of people in multi-level marketing that he described as being a pyramid. What did he say? A pyramid something. Pyramid networking. That's what he said at the beginning of this. So, a scammer, in my opinion, that knows other scammers and is trying to use it as some sort of a weird resume statement. That's interesting.
A lot of spaces. The reason I bring up those names is the company doesn't matter. The unifying trait is Jason Camper worked his butt off and he didn't quit. Jared Burnett worked his butt off and he didn't quit. John Barber worked his butt off and he didn't quit. In other words, that is something that you need to come to the realization. You're going to have to pick up a heavy phone and call people that are going to think you're doing one of those things. Or
because you are doing one of those things. And by those things, I mean the majority of income is made off of recruiting people and having a team, and a little tiny bit of commission made off of the selling of the product. So,
or is this one of those pyramid things? Or no, my wife or my husband would never do MLM. Or I can't believe you're doing MLM. Or is this one of those network marketing deals? Or how many people are involved? Or is the product any good? Like, you're going to have to deal with rejection, disappointment, judgment. And I think that's why personal development, when I say personal development, people outlining who they are and how they think. Like, there is a world famous book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
oh my God. Oh, wasn't, if I remember correctly, was it Napoleon Hill or was it somebody else? Hold on. I think it's somebody else. But wasn't it determined that that wasn't his name? I don't think it's Napoleon Hill. I think it's, oh man, I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Bipolar Plus Me. I appreciate that.
Its whole premise is if you read this book and you pick up on the message, you can have anything you want in life.
I believe that.
If you want to be rich, if you read this book and you find out the secret of this book, Think and Grow Rich, you can have anything you want. You know what the secret is? It's in the first word of the book. Think. If you change the way you think, it can change everything. And that's why
you know what? The one thing that it won't change, in my opinion, based on this example he's giving, the business model. If you're somebody that isn't getting into a company early, a multi-level marketing company early, if you're somebody that doesn't recruit a lot, hasn't recruited a lot, has no interest to recruit a lot, if you're somebody that doesn't have a large following on social media that you can kind of dip your toes into selling a product or whatnot, recruiting people from that pool of followers, you're probably not going to be successful in multi-level marketing. So
personal development is so prevalent in this industry, and it's so prevalent.
You have to think differently.
Yep. You know, have you ever heard the term leaders or readers? Because to lead people to do something in this space, you're nobody's boss. You're your own boss. You don't.
Then why does your company make people turn their cameras on? Hey, don't miss this Zoom. Hey, get on this. Make sure your cameras are on. We want to make sure everybody is playing full out. Does that sound familiar to you, Rob? I know it does. Why is that? If you're not trying to act like you're somebody's boss. Weird.
Manage people. You lead people. And the best, biggest income earners are the ones that are leading the most people. Now,
recruiting.
Well, and so I think the leaders have to be the readers. They have to understand different people and personalities and talents and traits and
how to talk to people, how to understand people, how to handle your emotions, how to deal with.
This is so good because it's so much like a diet.
So
like there's some people that I train, they don't want to do protein, or they're vegan, or they're vegetarian, or they want to try carnivore. Like there are so many different ways.
They have a hard day.
Fiber called and said, don't do carnivore, in my opinion.
They want to quit, or somebody told them that their diet is stupid, or somebody doesn't understand why they're eating this or eating. You don't need to eat that.
Why is he breathing like that? Can y'all hear that? Is he okay? I mean that genuinely, but like it's uncomfortable to point out, but how can we not point it out when it sounds like this?
Why don't you eat that? Eat this cookie, eat that muffin, eat this donut. What are you? You can't eat this? And I've actually heard a lot of people quit their diets because of the judgment from their family members or their friends or their sister or their coworkers. Like they're
I think you're trying to use a blanket term here, Danielle. And typically, when diets are extremely restrictive, they're not typically successful for people, in my opinion. And based off my reading that I've been doing to become a certified personal trainer. If things are extremely restrictive and they're going to the parties and the social gatherings and they, are categorizing food into good and bad foods, or they're trying to be good, or those types of things, it's probably not going to work out. And I think that that's why so many diets and ways people choose to eat, I think, fail, is because they are so restrictive. You should be able to have a cookie or a cupcake or whatever in moderation. You should include all types of foods in fruits and vegetables and proteins and all of that stuff. You should include everything. So it's interesting to hear her talking about this or giving this example, because keto is very restrictive. And they talk about recomping your body through keto. Okay.
not fitting in anymore. And that goes the same for network marketers. When you
I love that.
change your job or you quit your daytime job and you start building your own business, side note, when you start doing an MLM, you don't have to spend a ton of money on products. Like if you were going to go open up your own hair salon or your own studio or your own Walmart or store, you were going to spend
Inventory,
$1 million
overhead.
on inventory and staff and all of these things and insurance. You will also never profit money for years. You will work your butt off without any profits. Network marketing is the only business that you can start where you pay very little to enroll. You pay very little for your products up front. You don't even have to carry stock. You have a website where people go and order it. And you start making money right away. More money than, not more money, because
Not everybody. That's not true. Not most.
I meant to say you can.
You can.
You are able.
You could. Let's unpack all of that, because what Danielle here just did was compared a brick and mortar type business, actual business, where yes, you're going to have overhead, you're going to have, insurance and all of that stuff, because you are starting an actual business. And she's comparing that to multi-level marketing. They're not the same thing. Why? You don't own a business when you join as a distributor in a multi-level marketing company. You become a 1099 contracted worker. You get a 1099, they pay you for selling products and recruiting people, and that's that. You don't actually own a business. So that's an interesting comparison. And for her to say, "Oh, in a brick and mortar, you're not going to make any money or a lot of money for many, many years." What do you think happens in MLM? I mean, if that's not saying the quiet parts out loud, I don't know what is.
To make money right away.
Now, for me, I think some people might look at me and think, oh my gosh, well, she was with this company and she was in there first. I wasn't in there first. I was also in 2 other network marketing companies before my last one. My first one, I made $500, I think, in 6 months. I used a flip phone. I had no idea what it meant and what was going on. The second one was okay. I spent more money on inventory than I did with products, so I learned.
But inventory isn't required, right?
I didn't like to do parties, and I didn't like to do makeup or carry stock. The third one was, I don't know what the third one was. Anyway, but that's kind of the role.
Was it one of those sex toy companies? Was it?
Maybe.
Could you? No,
But
I'm
I had to
serious.
start
Yo, can you
somewhere.
believe that? Sorry.
And this is like your diet. Like you might have tried a bunch of different diets that didn't work, or maybe you're not where you want to be because your body is taking longer than what somebody else does. You ever like do a diet with your husband or your spouse, but the man tends to lose 10 pounds within like a week, and it might take you a year to lose 10 pounds, and you're mad at him because you're like, well, I don't know how he did it just so fast. The same thing goes for network marketing. You might start.
Except that's not the same thing. Those are not the same things at all. I do understand that they are trying to make this analogy work for them recruiting or gaining clients for something that, again, I don't know if they're certified to be getting any clients in that aspect. I don't know what these people are coaching people on other than taking MLM supplements and drinking protein, which you don't need a coach to take more protein in. Anyways, ridiculous. Ridiculous. We have a new member. Y'all know what that means. It's shoulder smolder time. Oh, it's a vibe. I love it. Appreciate you. Welcome, Cal. That is amazing. So glad that you joined. And make sure you join the Discord because I am also going to be giving updates in there.
Before somebody else, and somebody else might come in after you, and they might start hitting ranks and making money, and you're looking around going, I'm just not cut out for it. I don't know why that's not working for me, but it's working for them. It's just that everybody is on a different journey, and you have to have patience, and you need to stick with it. There's things that you need to learn, people you need to meet. Trust in the process. Don't rush it.
Can I say something?
Please.
Oh my God.
You made a very good point. Essentially saying, hey, it doesn't cost a lot to start your own business. Like, it doesn't. There are people that have made tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars with minimal investment. That's the intrigue.
No college degree.
No college degree. That's the intrigue. That's what fascinates me. But here's the catch. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it's going to cost your pride and ego. Like, it's going to cost your pride and ego because people...
It doesn't cost a lot of money? Then how come so many people lose money in it? In fact, over 99% according to the FTC. Why do so many people lose money, Rob? Why do so many people, according to the income disclosure statement from 2022, why was the average $10 and what was it? $10.59, excuse me, for the year? That's a lot of money to a lot of people. I don't mean the $10.59. I mean the money that is lost in this pyramid scheme. That's a lot of money to a lot of people, especially nowadays.
People are going to judge you for being part of one of those. And that's okay. You know, because my question would be, why wouldn't everybody do this? You know, I read a book by a guy named Sandy Botkin. He was like a former IRS attorney, and he wrote a book that said why you must be brain dead not to have a home-based business. Literally, chapter 1, that was chapter 1. Like, everyone should have a home-based business because of the tax incentives and the write-offs of your phone and your internet and all that. But again, the question remains, why doesn't everybody do it? Because you have to pay a lot with pride and ego. Like, you do. Your ego is going to be checked. Your pride is going to be wounded. Like, you are going to be judged.
People are going to tell you, listen,
people are going to think differently about you.
My closest friends usually aren't the ones who buy my products. They're not. It's the people outside of my closest friend circle. So you got to go.
It's very interesting that she mentions that. It's not your friends or family. Then why do the majority of these companies, Pruvit included, Nick Martinez, Dustin Schaefer, I can think of a handful of guys in this company that their example, this is from Nick Martinez. Was it Nick or Dustin? I don't remember. Their example of when you sign a new distributor, when you sign a new promoter, as they call them, and you're trying to get them to get their first customer, Nick gave this example of, okay, you're on a ship, the ship is sinking, you only have a certain amount of life vests. Who are the 3 people on the ship with you that you're going to give this to? And he's trying to get you to visualize family and friends. And he's trying to insinuate that drinking ketones is a life vest, that it's going to change people's lives so much. And it's absolutely ridiculous. That was the example given. And I think that is foul. I think that is manipulative. And that's what we see in this company. Based off of my experience. I was there at that training when he said that. Also, Danny, thank you so much for this super chat. I appreciate you so much. Do not stick it out with any MLM. It's going to cost you. Indeed. Indeed.
Find those people in.
I'm sorry. I forgot what I went off on a tangent. It's interesting that she's mentioning that her customers are not her friends and her family, given that a lot of these companies do tell their new people to, message their friends or family, get on the phone with your friends and family. because she herself has been a part of multiple companies. So as you join a company and you're building your social media, you're building possibly customers, possibly distributors, then you jump to the next company. And it's kind of this snowball effect. So my question for you, Danielle, is what rank are you in Bella Grace? Are you also in Pruvit? What rank are you in Pruvit? Because if people are making a lot of money and you've been a part of multiple companies, that's typically how that works. So what rank are you?
That's hard to step out, and especially when your best friend doesn't want to try what you have, but you have to understand they just don't want what you have, and that's okay. They don't have to.
Right. And I think that's the other thing. And we've got to jump off here in about 3 minutes. By the way, the State of the Union is tonight. I'm excited to hear what Joe Biden has to say up here in Canada.
He's forgotten what he needs to talk about.
Hey, we don't judge.
Don't you live in Canada, Danielle?
I respect the president.
I'm stating the obvious. Everybody
Well,
thought
that's
it.
true. That's true.
Can I say one thing before we go? Because this was a really good comment.
Actually, no.
A friend of ours.
Actually, you just asked me a question.
I shouldn't have asked.
That's our relationship.
A friend of ours
Of
started
course
a
you
company. A friend of his started a company, and they were asked, why would you start an MLM? Like, why didn't you just?
I'm going to answer this question. And then Denise, Denise, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you so much. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member, and make sure that you get in the Discord if you would like to. What am I clicking on? Okay. I want to highlight this comment real quick. She is Canadian. He is not. There will be more to come on this because I just have some questions. How is that working? Allegedly, these two aren't married. How is he? Anyways, more to come on that. Yeah.
If it's such a great product.
If it's such a great product, why didn't you just go put it in a store? Put it in a Sephora. Go do this. And the response was so good.
The response is very easy. If you go and you are putting a product and you're making it a retail product, you're putting it in stores like Sephora and different things like that, chances are you have an advertising team that you're having to pay for their time, their energy, their creativity, their ideas, and what they bring to market. When multi-level marketing companies, and typically when they are comparing it in this way, MLMs don't pay people unless you're at the top of the pyramid. And again, I'm going to refer to Pruvit's own income disclosure statement multiple times because we're talking about Pruvit here. Their people are not making any money. So I find it interesting that she's comparing a retail brand that has jobs where they are paying people for their time, energy, creativity, and the end product that they are putting out specifically around marketing, when in multi-level marketing, a lot of those people are not getting paid anything, but they're expected to market the brand. They're working for free, the majority of them, which is wild to me.
Especially where people think, only the people at the top make all the money. That's not true. That's like your Walmart, okay? Your Walmart, you got the person who owns it.
By the way, that's an excuse. If someone says that, that's an excuse. Timing matters. But you know what? Being early in an opportunity, I don't care if it's a franchise, I don't care if it's a startup in traditional business, timing matters. Being first is great, but it's also really hard. It's very difficult.
Lots of people at the bottom outrank the people at the top because they worked harder and they just did this stuff and they went above them. So the people at the bottom can get to the top with hard work.
That does not make it less of a pyramid scheme. They all use the same kinds of arguments. Oh, well, I can outrank my upline, so it's not a pyramid scheme. It's legit. No. The income and how the money flows. The downline is funding the lifestyle of the upline. Why do I say that? Because if you're selling a product, you're making a small amount of commission. But if you join as a distributor in the company and you're buying the products, and let's say that you have customers and you have a team, you are funding the lifestyle of the upline. You are funding the lifestyle of the upline if you are ordering products for personal consumption. It's how the money flows. And this is typically where they talk about not these individuals, but people in multi-level marketing. They're like, well, every company is a pyramid. Okay, but see, here's the thing. There are job descriptions and job titles, and people are paid a wage to do their work. It's not the same in multi-level marketing.
But their answer was genius, and I thought, how awesome is that? And they just said, because we wanted to help other people win. Yeah, we could have went and put our stuff in a store, but only we were going to benefit from that. Nobody else was going to make money off this product. This product is so good that we wanted to help families. We wanted to help people who didn't have college degrees, who didn't have university degrees, who didn't have anything, who didn't have a lot of money, find this opportunity and actually grow a business and change their lives for them, change their lives for their kids, and generational wealth down the bottom. And I thought, bingo, that is golden.
I love.
No, that's not golden. That's called virtue signaling, what you're doing. It's not about us. It's not about the money that we're making. It's about helping people change their lives through the products or, through the opportunity. But the income disclosure statement shows that the majority of people are not having their lives changed in a positive way. $10.59 annual income before expenses is atrocious. It's embarrassing. So for her to sit here and say, oh, well, this is an opportunity, it's changing lives, not for the better. Not for the better. Unbelievable.
That. And it's a lot of what has to do with why we put out a lot of time, effort, energy into our positive thinking, and we do a lot of free fitness and nutrition coaching just here. Like if you go scroll back over the last 2 years that we've been together, free recipes, free tips, free mindset training, free challenges, free thing. Because there's something to be said about adding value to someone else without expecting anything in return.
I mean, if you were just giving those things away and it wasn't associated with people buying Pruvit ketones from you, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I don't think there's anything wrong with people being paid for their time. I think you should be paid for your time. I think you should be paid for the things that you are good at, that you are, whether it's something creative or online content creation or whatever. I think you should be paid for your time. So it's interesting to me hearing him say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying. Anyways. Ugh.
The epitome of that model. Like, yes, it's cliche. Yes, it's old. The saying goes from Zig Ziglar, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. But at the end of the day, there's something extremely rewarding about laying your head on a pillow at night and helping someone believe more in themselves. It's like Owen Kelly. Y'all, I posted this.
Then coach a baseball team.
Video of this little kid that not little.
Or Canadians. Coach a hockey team. Shout out to all the Canadians.
This big kid, he's a young kid, but he's really big. But he has come so far in our training, and I posted a video. It's gotten a couple thousand views because it was him not believing he could do something. He tried, he didn't believe he could do it, but then he had someone, i.e. Coach Rob, coach into him. Hey, buddy, you can do this. I wouldn't ask you to do it if you couldn't. And I think that's the epitome of network marketing. That's why we love this industry. That's why we will stay in this industry. That's why we will pursue in this industry, is because we can help people do something that maybe their job won't offer them to do. We can help someone maybe just think differently. Maybe they make no money, but they have a different view on setting goals and mindset and waking up in the morning.
They can learn all of that from watching a YouTube video on how to change their mindset, or life hacks to help them get up earlier, or how to change your attitude on whatever. Saying that people could learn those things by joining as a Pruvit promoter and being in the hole financially is atrocious. That is information that can be found online for free. You don't have to join a multi-level marketing company to find community. You don't have to join a multi-level marketing company to try and make some extra income. There's other ways that you can do that. YouTube is a fantastic resource for that. Oh, man.
You are able to fill your car up with gas. Maybe you're able to put your kids in dance. Maybe you're able to take a vacation. Maybe you're able to pay off some debt. Maybe you're able to buy a new house. whatever it is
Buy a new house. I don't think that happens very often.
for you. I would say if you're looking for extra money, which I think all of us are right now at this point in time in our lives and in the economy, find people that you align with. It's no good to go start a business with people that you don't align with, because you're not going to want to work with them. You're not going to respect them. You're not going to enjoy the process. I would also.
That's a cross recruiting pitch. Well, if you're not happy, that's the X that pops up and is like, but are you happy? That's what that is in multi-level marketing. If you're not aligned with them, maybe you should check out what we have over here. That's what that is.
Say find a product that works, that you believe in, that you're going to use. You can't sell something or share it with others if you're not going to use it yourself.
That only lasts so long. And sometimes you'll outgrow companies and products and relationships, and that's okay.
That's totally okay.
I'm just grateful.
But we're saying starting.
Yeah.
If you're Nikki Randall and you're like, I just want to find something, I would say go find good leadership.
Go find good leadership.
Go find a product
people
that you're going to
speak
use,
the language.
Wow. This is news to me, and that's interesting.
Language you speak. People that are your type of people, that you enjoy being around with, or you can envision spending time
People
with
that you think you're
and
gonna
investing
learn from.
with. Yep, that's right.
And I would say if you do start something, stick with it long enough. It might take you 3-4 years to get the ball moving.
Going back to diet analogy.
If you start,
I'm sorry, 3 to 4 years? Where is this information? Where's the source for that, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Listen, you may have to stick around 3 to 4 years. I'm sorry, 3 to 4 years of being in the hole financially, but stick it out and keep believing that eventually you'll make 6 figures. That's disgusting. I'm just drinking carbonated water, strawberry lemonade by Kroger. Thanks for asking, Angela.
start getting that boulder that's stuck in the ground rolling, once you get that initial movement with that boulder, it'll start rolling, and as it's rolling, it'll continue, and it will go a bit faster and faster and faster and faster. It's that first initial push that's the hardest, because it usually doesn't budge. It's hard, you're fighting, it's resisting. But once you get the movement, it'll be great. It'll be great. But
We got to jump off. Last thing,
We can
and
do
we're
this
going to
again.
revisit this because we didn't talk about something that I think is extremely important, because a lot of things look good on the surface, like wrapped up and great marketing and products across the industry.
Do
and
your
I'm not
research.
just I'm not just talking about
Do your research. A really good way to do research on multi-level marketing companies is if you have somebody that is messaging you on whatever platform and they're like, hey, I have this opportunity, or I have this thing that I think you should take a look at. If you're not interested, no big deal. That's a script that so many people have used. Maybe ask for the comp plan. Ask for an income disclosure statement. What'll happen is you'll probably get blocked immediately, because that's a big red flag to them that, hey, this is somebody that is educated on consumer awareness. This is somebody that understands that these companies should have an income disclosure statement that shows what people are actually making in the company versus what people are saying online with their health claims, their income claims, their lifestyle claims. Show us the numbers on the data that comes directly from the company. If they are an MLM company that does not have an income disclosure statement, that's a sign. Also, does anybody else find it interesting that Q Sciences didn't have an income disclosure statement and now they've been acquired by Awakened? That's interesting, isn't it? Along with the Modere, with Modere having a new CEO. That's interesting too, isn't it? Yeah. Wild. Anyways, those are things that you can ask for if you are somebody that's considering joining a multi-level marketing company. I hope that you don't, but ask those questions. Look at the income. Notice it's before expenses. If they have an income disclosure statement, ask for your the person trying to recruit you, your potential upline, ask what they're making, ask what they're actually bringing home, not what their check is every month if they have a check, not that. You want to see their profit and loss statement. If they don't want to share that information with you, that's fine, but consider that a red flag.
Network marketing. I'm talking about across the research. I mean, Temu looks good, right? But maybe there's some things that aren't so good. I would also encourage you, one of the things that we've been doing is check your gut. Like, do you ever have a gut feeling like something just is off? Listen to your gut. And that's what we'll talk about next time. Listening to your gut when it comes to an industry that oftentimes isn't always what it seems.
I love that.
You're the best. By the way, did you know how
Why are you petting her?
beautiful you look today? Yeah, I think men should brag on their wives.
Yeah.
You're not my wife, but I think people should brag on their
at
better
this
half.
rate, yeah,
You guys aren't married. So Rob, how are you spending so much time in Canada? I said it.
it might happen.
Yeah? Huh. Are you asking me to marry you?
No,
Oh.
maybe.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Ugh. I don't like it. Not one bit. Do y'all want to hear the voice message he sent me? I'm not going to show it because it has like other people that have messaged me and I just didn't want to edit any of that. But do y'all want to hear the voice message he sent me this morning at 6:00 whatever? 6. Oh, hang on. At 6:03 a.m. Why did he send this to me? Oh, because I put this thumbnail in this video up yesterday to let y'all know that I was going to be live streaming. So, yeah, we're going to play this. Yeah, 6 in the morning. And I don't know what time zone he's in. He could be several hours ahead of me. I don't know, but whatever. So here we go. This is the voice message from Rob DeBoer this morning. Wait.
It's Rob DeBoer. I call myself Coach Rob, but you could just call me that guy. Somebody sent me, I don't do much on YouTube. Somebody sent me a YouTube video. Apparently you're going live about me.
Cheers, everybody.
Which is awesome and amazing. What I would offer is, hey, if you want to ask about me, I'd be happy to share with you my story. You can ask around. Those that do know me, I have nothing to hide. Full truth, transparency. That's kind of what we pride ourselves on. So feel free to reach out. I mean, you're obviously welcome to go do whatever it is you want to do or say whatever it is you want to say. But I also know sometimes it makes sense to go straight to the source. So anyways, the offer is there. If you ever want to reach out, take care.
Hey, Rob, I don't need your permission. And there's a thing called public record that has information about your history that I've included in the video description. I don't need to come right to the source in order to do research. So that's unfortunate. And I will not be calling you that guy, nor will I be calling you Coach Rob ever. Also, it's really interesting to me that I've actually messaged you before when I was a part of Pruvit, when you followed me and I said, hey, thanks for the follow. No response. So now you want me to reach out when you didn't reach out? Yeah, no, it's a no for me. But anyways, everybody, that's Coach Rob. What is he coaching? No idea. Is he certified? No idea. No idea. Oh my God. Tara G, that's hilarious, that comment. Say it with me, fair use. Yeah, you posted this publicly. Yeah. His story is all his videos, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, do y'all want to watch? How are y'all feeling? I know this is kind of a shorter live stream, but they did a live this morning and the energy is very, very different. And I'm just curious if you guys are down to watch another 20-minute video. If you're into it being a shorter live stream today, that's totally fine too. If you want to watch another 20, I think it's 20 minutes or so, we can do that. Either way, I'm cool with it. Just let me know what you guys think if you're in the live chat. Also, shout out to the replay crew. I appreciate y'all. Okay. All right, we want to watch it. All right, hang on. Let me grab it. Should I have prepared for this ahead of time? Yes. And I apologize for not being prepared. Okay, let me find it. What is today? The 10th? No, today is, hold on. She was in the green sweater. Okay, that was from the 7th. I can't read this text I just got. Oh, man. Today is the 11th. One moment. I think this is it. Hang on a second. I was just going to text. Anyways, okay. This is from this morning. Also like the stream if you would while I'm getting things together. I appreciate y'all so much. This is wild. God, that's so true, Brandy. All right, let's pull this video up here. Let me see, to be filmed. Okay, this one's only 16 minutes and 40 seconds. This was apparently from this morning, and I am going to be surprised reacting to this. I just was told that the energy is very different just from little clips that I was sent. He seems nervous. Not sure why. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know why you think he might be nervous. All right, here's from this morning.
Turn it over a little bit. Hi guys, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle. How are you today? Boy, you look great.
I'm a little better than you are today, I think.
Yeah. Feeling my age. Not that an age fit.
Fair.
Got a little. Have you ever kind of tweaked your back and you don't even know how?
You really don't know how.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
No, I could tell it was something because I was going to do deadlifts yesterday. I was like, you know, I'm not going to do deadlifts because there's a little tweak. And now it's a little tweakered.
It's a little worse.
It's a little worse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe a good chiropractor or
just rest, a little Advil, a little ibuprofen, calm it down.
Massage.
Stretching. You know, I stretch a lot.
Good.
Do you really?
No,
I
never.
was gonna say you must do that in your sleep or when I'm not
Yeah.
around.
You're looking good today. Someone said, hey, you're overly commenting, Danielle.
Somebody said that?
Yeah, like as if you're trying to make her feel pretty or like.
Who said
Stop
that?
it.
I swear.
On a comment?
Yeah.
Or in a message?
Someone sent me a message and it's like, you know, maybe I'm just triggered. And I think they meant it innocently. But they're like, you seem like ever since Mexico, you're like overly.
Hey Rob, why were you in Mexico? Was there a Bella Grace event there?
Like commenting how good she looks. It's like, oh, well, I didn't know you could comment, but like as if she's not got confidence. I was like, Danielle's one of the most confident people I know.
So should we tell them the story then?
What story?
Let's rewind. That's my rewinding sound.
Let's do it.
We're going back. All right, travel with me. Rob is a man who's very honest and sometimes doesn't understand or sometimes doesn't realize how things can come off. So he has made comments like,
I mean, being a man is not an excuse. If you're saying things that is offensive, that's a self-awareness thing. I don't think that has anything to do necessarily with your sex or how you identify. That's just be a good human and think about how things can come across to other people.
you have a pimple and we'll poke it. That has offended people. Not so much me, because I know he loves me regardless of my blemishes, which by the way are almost all gone. So that's
Love that
nice.
for you. She's saying that that's because of Bella Grace's collagen. I guarantee you that's what that little plug was.
But we had messages from people that say something along the lines, and I've had multiple, not hundreds or anything, but probably 4 or 5 that have said, hey, I watch your lives and Rob is very abusive to you.
Abusive.
I feel very bad for you. I think he's very narcissistic. He's very mean. The things that he say to you are not nice. He humiliates you.
Tell them who the person is.
Oh, I don't know who the person is.
Well, we do.
But would make comparisons, but not just that person. There has been a few others. So with that being said, Rob has said, you know what? I'm tired of these messages that people are sending you. I am going to shower you with love on these lives because I don't want people to think that you're with a narcissistic, mean boyfriend.
Oh, so it's for show. I mean, is that what she's implying here? I don't. Also, I love how he had to shake up the ketones aggressively in the background. Look at me shaking up my ketones, everybody.
First of all,
So
she
you can't
doesn't
please everybody.
She doesn't think I'm mean and narcissistic. I mean, we
I don't-
just are who we are. Like I told this person, I said, first of all, I think Danielle's the most beautiful, perfect person in the world for me, number one. Number two, I don't say anything I don't really mean. Like, I do think her skin's glowing. I love
Why are you petting her? That is so weird to me.
her dark hair. I think she looks awesome, and I'm very lucky to have a 34-year-old girlfriend. Accordingly, so if my comments sound disingenuous, I don't know how to.
That is so confusing. I'm
It
sorry.
is so confusing.
I think it's hard for people to take compliments though, because we're so used to beating ourselves up. Like, I'm ugly, I'm not
Have you
pretty,
not?
I can't
Have
have
you
this,
not?
I can't have that, I won't do this, I won't do that,
No.
I can't, won't, etc. So when a lot of people, when they give compliments, the response that they'll get is, ooh, no, or you are too, or they just can't take the compliment. So maybe it's hard for.
But here's the more interesting side of
So
this.
you're too nice. You're too mean. or too
Apparently.
nice. Okay.
And I just said, hey, I try to be understanding of everything. I try to. But I was like, gosh, I didn't know. First of all, I believe every comment I ever say. And if it seems overly obvious, then darn. Like, wow.
I'm really trying to play just the tip with her.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Get your head out of the gutter.
I'm really working on it.
But the reality is, some of these comments come from people who then block her and or delete the account. Like, it's almost like, what is that word that I've said?
Like
it's
entrapment?
It's like almost like there are people trying to entrap me and or her and or us. And I don't know if it's people from the past, people that... What I do know is this.
What is happening?
People align themselves with people. People attract the same energy that they are. If you see a broken up, mean, upset, let's just say there's an ex in your past and they posted a bunch of mean stuff. What you'll notice is a lot of the comments will come from other scorned people.
I don't know how old he is.
That have been broken up or gone through a divorce or whatever. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Misery loves company. That's the easiest way. And then it justifies and it makes... I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that's what it is. What I can't...
No, what you're saying, Rob, is that anybody that doesn't agree with what you are doing must be miserable. And that's just not factual at all. That's actually what people in MLM try to convince their downline or themselves. That, they're just a hater. They're just miserable. They're so sad. No. It sounds to me like somebody was creating an account to try and message Danielle because they cared about her. Maybe. I don't know, because I don't know who it was that messaged her saying, hey, I am seeing some red flags or I'm worried. Maybe the delivery, if that was how it was delivered, could have been a little bit different, but that's just my opinion. But I find this dialogue so fascinating.
I can tell you, when it comes to us, is we try to be as honest and transparent with each other and with you all as possible, because we know one thing social media is there is not an abundance of transparency and truth. And is this really who they are? This is really who we are.
We've actually had, somebody had sent me a message similar to that one a while ago, and I had responded. It was a comment. So when I had responded, then I actually went ahead and sent a voice note and just talked to this person, because I do think, I don't know if it's, I do believe that it is a genuine thing, but I do like to clear the air and obviously stand up for my man, you know.
Thank you for standing up for your man.
But she had responded with, I didn't realize you guys actually read your comment, or that you guys are in control of your social media. So for anybody wondering, we do read all of our comments. We do work for ourselves. We don't have AI. We don't have people that work for us. We don't have anybody controlling our social media. We do all of our own social media, all of our own business. If you guys buy something from us, you're buying it from us. We are coaching you. There's no system or robot or anything behind the scenes doing any of the work for us. So whatever you see, we see, and trust me, sometimes it does hurt. Sometimes it makes us really happy. Sometimes some of the things are hurtful. We are human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not talking to a robot. I wish I was.
Yeah.
No, I like my free will.
Your skin is clear. You do have less pimples to point out.
Ew. Why did he push on her face like that? That makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Mm-mm.
Yo, I know that might drive someone crazy. Like, this girl is the best. She's the best.
Man.
And she goes from 0 to 100. We call it pew pew. Like, guns out.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. So, like, if I'm ever acting up, she'll be like, pew, 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 pew. But I do that a lot more to her. Like, last night, we got in a little...
Y'all got in a tussle?
Last night, we got in a little tussle.
Oh.
And so, like, the live ended, like, hey, everybody, okay, we're great.
Well, yeah.
And then the live ended, and because she's, like, bumping me under the table, I was like, why did you do that? Like, why did you interrupt me? What didn't you want me to say? And she's like, no, I was like, well, I can't read your mind. And, like, so we got in this little tussle. And, like, this is how childish I am. And or she could have said this, too. Well, maybe we just shouldn't do lives together. Like, that was the comment. Like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do lives
Like
together.
10 minutes later, too. Like, he had sat there and pondered, like, how am I going...
Pouted. I was sulky, whiny.
How am I going to get her?
Yeah, like, I'm this 53-year-old man that acted like a total child. Like, I was like, well, maybe we just...
I mean, that's not showing emotional intelligence like Pruvit talks about, Rob, is it? Pouting like a child? Instead of having a conversation with your partner?
We shouldn't do lives together. She's like, fine. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Like, so if you guys really want to know the truth, like, that would have been live. We just didn't do it live. Like,
No,
we share every...
He ended it. It's like, we're done. Goodbye.
It's funny. Yeah.
So if you spend an hour watching our live last night, you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll catch the moment where he's like, I've had enough of her. But all of that to say, it's Monday, it's a new day, it's a new week. We're focusing on making it happen in March. We are putting things together so we can continue to grow together. Like, we want to create a new group, a new page. Thank you for those of you that voted.
Is that because you're starting to promote Bella Grace? Is that why you were in Mexico not that long ago?
Voted for a name, thinking it's going to be the Rad Show, the Rob and Danielle Show.
Ma'am, stop it. No. The Rad Show. I'm sorry. That's terrible. That makes me think of the Pruvit product. Is that a play on words? Is that what y'all are doing?
Someone said the Dar Show.
The Dar.
Danielle and Rob Show. How about the Dar
Elders
Show?
first.
Nope.
Rad sounds better. It's
Yep.
rad. So we can hashtag it's rad.
Yep.
Okay.
And part of making it happen in March is just, what are some of the goals that you have and how are you going to make it happen? We're not going to run a program or anything on this. We might do a Zoom and do a coaching call on it.
We are going to do a Zoom and a coaching call. So we had this idea. Danielle started this like group for women, Forever Habits in February. Habits to talk about that you could implement forever. Drink protein every morning, take natural supplements, do whatever, blah, blah.
Natural supplements. Meanwhile, this guy is promoting Pruvit ketones.
whatever, fill in the blank. Okay.
Run, walk, plunge, cold shower,
Yep.
support, encourage.
And where's the scientific data that shows that cold plunging does anything at all?
And then I was like, hey, I'm like a marketing mind. I was like, hey, you should run like a campaign in March, make it happen in March. Like the M for M, make it happen, March, get it?
Clever.
But then we didn't really do anything just because we've been busy. Danielle's pursuing a new venture. And so
Called Bella Grace.
we said, she asked me last night, so are we going to do this or not? And I was like, the more I think about it, the reality is it's what are some of the essentials? Like we talked last night about setting goals. Like if somebody comes into a business with us, we need to know what their goals are so we can help them accordingly.
So you're using the group to try and recruit people? Which company are you trying to recruit into? Pruvit or Bella Grace? Is that why you're creating a new group? Is that why you're creating a new hashtag?
Hey, remember you wanted to make $5,000 a month. We're going to need to do this. We're going to have more meaningful conversations. We're going to need to do some of these activities. We're going to need some more personal development. We're going to need to train you on a couple of areas.
Mindset.
We're going to need to think differently. We're going to need to manifest this. For example, she wants to take her kids to Cabo. Is it Cabo or Cozumel? Cabo.
But I also want to make $50,000 a month.
So she has little post-it notes, $50,000 a month, all over the house, like she has for years. She thinks she's found the opportunity to do that, and her next little incentive trip is to go to Cabo. Well, she wants her kids to go with her, so she's going to put up a picture of the hotel, the resort, whatever. And y'all, that's real stuff. That's real stuff. If you ever heard of
if you plan it. If you plan that you're going, you will go. It's
experts would tell you, if you read Napoleon Hill's famous book, Think and Grow Rich, it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with how you think. Hey, if you want to be a parent, think certain ways. If you want to manifest something or go on a trip or have a certain car, you need to be looking at that car every day. If you want to run a marathon, you need to see 26.2 posted everywhere in your house, which is 20.
No, if you want to run a marathon, you have to train for a marathon. You have to fuel your body properly to run the marathon.
26.2 miles, which is a marathon. My point is this. Those are things that are rarely done. When's the last time you posted a picture of the trip? Or I want to post a picture of what I want my house to look like at Christmas time. That's how serious. And for those of you that know, by the way, it's 288 days till Christmas, I think.
He's already spotted the houses that are already getting ready for Christmas.
Well, yeah, so people take their stuff down really late here in Corner Brook. It's oh, look, they're already decorating for Christmas. No, they just haven't taken their lights down yet. Anyways, all that to say, we're going to do a Zoom with some things that we think will help manifest greatness in people's lives, whether it's being in shape, whether it's eating better, whether it's making more money, whether it's thinking better, parenting better, going to church, plugging into people, groups.
No, see, none of that requires manifesting. It requires steps. If you want to be a better parent, you find information that helps you to be a better parent that you don't have to pay for a coach for necessarily. If you want to run a marathon, you take the steps to run a marathon or a half marathon or a 5K or whatever. These examples are absurd. In my opinion, they're creating this new group, which, by the way, if y'all get into that group, you just let me know. That would be really cool. They're using the new group, or they're going to, in my opinion, this is my prediction, as a funnel. Hey, we're going to give value. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about this. Are they even qualified? We don't know. And that's how they're going to start the conversations with people to try and recruit them into Pruvit or Bella Grace. So that's my prediction on that.
Increasing your influence with friends, those type things. So anyways, Beauty.
Hi, thank you.
Why would you need to increase or better your influence with friends. I don't know if y'all caught that statement, but I feel like that's so alarming. I'm not trying to be friends with people so that I can manipulate them. That's weird. I want friends to be just my friends, and that's it.
Actually, I want you to try this.
Why'd you say
that's
low power? What just happened?
Is that a Bella
Your
Grace
phone's
product?
dying,
Oh.
you know? So somebody wasn't prepared for this, but that's okay. Tell me what you think.
That looks terrible. That looks like tomato juice.
It's delicious.
Can you drink that every day? It's not painful?
Mm-mm.
I actually think it's delicious too. Thank you. What's it taste
Thank
like?
you. Now they're going to get the comments. They're like, what is that? What was that shot he took? Oh, I'll message you. Add him to the group. Tag him.
A lollipop.
A lollipop, like a berry?
Like a
Fruity?
fruity pop.
Fruity
like,
lollipop?
Yeah, that was delicious. What is it gonna do?
You'll have to find out.
So she has a whole new thing, and we can't really talk. I can't talk about it, but I'm willing to support.
Why can't you talk about it, Rob? Why were you in Mexico at the event, allegedly, then, Rob? Why are you taking the product on a live? Does Brian Underwood know about this? Jade, I'm sure you're here. You may want to look into this. You may want to write that down. Bella Grace, Rob DeBoer, I'm sure you're familiar with him. Maybe look into that, because I'm pretty sure this is going against the policies and procedures. You know, so Jade Anderson? Yeah, at Pruvit HQ. If you need me to send you the video, I can as well. You know, just email me.
Porter and try and whatever. So that was the first time I've drank it out of a shot glass. That was good. I like it.
I added a little bit of water.
Oh, did you?
Did you tell?
Why?
Yeah, nope.
With that all being said, guys, it's Monday. Figure out what it is that you want in your life. It's a new day to start over. Whatever you carried yesterday, don't carry it into today. Let it go. The past is gone. You can't go back and change it.
Can I ask you a question?
Stop petting her. It's weird, Rob.
It is not going to change anything.
Can,
And if you're going to focus on what's coming, try focusing on good things. Because as much as you can create bad things, you can create good things. Yes, now you can ask me a question.
this is weird for like this is
You're right, Rob. This is weird. You nailed it. So accurate.
what I would
This
like
is
tell my teenage daughter not to do. But like I think I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, call it a weird thing. But I think it's so feminine and sexy, and I wouldn't say
Let's not use the term sexy when referring to your teenage daughter. Maybe let's not do that. I'm sorry, this man has a teenage daughter, and these words just came out of his mouth? That's, ugh.
naughty, but it makes her
Naughty?
look attractive
That's a better word.
or just like see this earring here, lean in, see this one, like I think it's so sexy when girls have like 5 of them.
What just happened? He's referencing his teenage daughter, and then yeah, okay, all right. Ugh.
You guys might think it's tacky, but I was like, hey, can you get like more of those little loops, like have like 3 or 4 of them down?
Yep.
Maybe 5.
Yep. Maybe we'll do it on this side.
And she said, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I take you to Claire's and do it? She's like, no, they don't do that at Claire's.
Well, they probably do, but that's not.
Please do not get cartilage piercings at Claire's. Please go to a professional piercer.
Where I go. I go to NOLA. I like NOLA.
Ugh.
Okay.
All right. So we're getting some ear piercings. We're manifesting. We're thinking of all the good things and not the bad things. We're making it happen in March. We will come out with the Rad Show at some point in time. And yeah.
Stay tuned for our Making It Happen in March Zoom. We're going to invite anybody that wants to come.
Yeah.
They're going to invite anybody that wants to come. Do with that information what you will.
That's it. If you want to come to the Make It Happen in March and learn things, ways to manifest your goals and dreams and all the things that you want, just comment, Make It Happen in March. Even if you had commented on previous things, comment again, just so we know, because I will go through these posts and I will be contacting those that have commented.
Okay, drink your ketones and protein and juice stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't mention Bella Grace? Can't promote another MLM company, Rob? Even though you just did.
All right. Love
Get it all
y'all.
in.
Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye. That was uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable. I could not imagine talking about my teenage daughter using the term sexy or naughty. Ugh, absolutely not. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable. I'm so glad that we watched that video. Ugh. He's been with Pruvit since the beginning, so 2015. So it's interesting hearing him talk in one of the videos about how, oh, you can be successful, you just have to work hard. Says the guy that allegedly created Pruvit, the name, like gave Pruvit the name. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys are good. This was made, that's a good point. Was this made after he sent you the voicemail? I think it was, because he sent it at 6 a.m. my time. Let me look. Just a moment, please. How fast do you think Rob and Danielle are going to block me? What are your thoughts? Okay, so this was 13 hours ago. Oh, no. So they did that live. Yeah, 13 hours ago. They did that live, and then he sent me the voice message. And he wants me to call him that guy. I can't wait to tell my husband that tonight. It's been a good day. Oh, I'm not already blocked. Coming soon. Right, Rob? Anyways. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. And for those of you that are continuing to report to Instagram that my account should not be disabled, I appreciate you. I know I just got a text from JJ, and that was one of the things that I was laughing when I was talking about a text message earlier in the video. And appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of the anti-MLM movement. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up or the thumbs down if you're Rob and Danielle or a part of Pruvit. That's fine. And, subscribe. Shout out to the replay crew, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Go have something yummy to eat, drink some water. And if you need a reminder to take your meds, because we stand science here, like actual science. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later once I find the right video. Hold on. Okay, here we are. I will see y'all later. Bye, everybody.